In a quarter mile, turn right onto US 42 North.
Welcome to Mechanical Advantage Garage. I'm Kerry, and today we're prepping the GTO to go on a 4-hour round-trip road trip. So, good times! One of the problems I have to solve for this car is that it tends to overheat on the highway. And what I mean is, when you're running about 2,500 RPM, which is about 55, 60 miles an hour, it cools at 180, 190. But the moment I go up to 3,000 RPM, which is about 75, which is the speed limit in Ohio, it starts running at 210. So what I did is I ran to Jegs and I got myself a little 10-inch auxiliary fan, and I'm going to mount it right here on the front of the radiator on this side of the engine, not this side, so that it'll help boost my mechanical fan. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, or I can actually hear you typing right now, about, well, that's just going to blow into the thermal fan clutch and it's going to cool it down. Well, I've thought about that, and you know, the reality is, if it's blowing cool enough air to disengage the fan clutch, that means it's cooling the radiator as well. So that means the clutch will disengage because the radiator is cool. At least that's my hope. I mean, I don't know. This is all kind of like canaries in the coal mine. At some point, I'm going to have to redo the cooling system on this car with a nice aluminum radiator, but for right now, this is the band-aid fix that we're going to go with and try and get the car to cool. So I'm going to install this fan, and I bought one of these thermal switches also from Jegs. Apparently you can't get these at regular auto parts stores anymore. Only speed shops have them now. But basically this little sensor here goes into the fins of the radiator to detect temperature, and then this knob right here will adjust the temperature at which the electric fan comes on. So I'm going to have it set to about 160. So we'll see if I can get that going, and I'll show you the install. Okay, so here we can see the fan is installed on the front side of the radiator, facing the blowing towards the back of the car from the front, and here's through the grill. You can see it. The radiator's still not put back into place, but I just wanted to show you, that it's mounted to the front, and I mounted it here so that it would blow through the fan shroud, the hole in the fan shroud. Now the radiator's not in terrible shape, but we're gonna have to replace it at some point, because yeah, it's looking pretty gross. There's not a lot of broken fins or anything. This little spot of corrosion right here is a little worrisome. It's not leaking, it's still holding pressure, but yeah, I don't know where that corrosion's coming from. Probably water on the street. But yeah, here's the fan, and then I'll button everything up and we'll go for a test ride. So here it is, all wired up. We got fan controller right here with the adjustable knob. We got the sensor in the radiator sticking out so it can detect temperature. We got our clutch fan, and we got way down in there our electric fan. Now the last thing to do is to set the temperature. So basically I have to start the engine. I have to turn this all the way to the right, which it is already. And then as it comes up to temperature, I just turn this until the fan comes on. And then we'll go drive it and test it. So I'm gonna start the car, and we'll get the fan set. Okay, here we see the car's coming up to temperature. So now I'm gonna go to the front and adjust the temperature dial until that fan comes on. Since I can't hear it with the car running, I'm just going to turn this down while it's up to temperature until it comes on. There we go. So I have this wired directly, not the key switch, so it'll cool down the car once we get parked, or if I have to shut it off. It's a temporary fix. Like I said, when we redo the cooling system, I'll put in real electric fans with a switch and everything. But for right now, I think this will work for us. So last thing to do is check the tranny fluid, and then we'll go for a ride. So one of the reasons why I'm working in the dark tonight is I want to see about getting some lights to the taillights and turn signals and stuff. I want to be able to drive this car at night and not have to worry about getting pulled over and not having to carry like a trailer setup or one of those towing setups in the trunk that has red running lights. Although I'll probably still carry one of those anyway, because, safety third. But as you can see, the headlights actually work. From what I gather, the left turn signal works as well, but I have no taillights, so we're going to go dig into that right now. So as you can see here, the right turn signal works, albeit very slowly. but it does light up, which is a good sign. It means I am getting power to the right place. And the right turn signal in the front works as well, which is great. Unfortunately, the left turn signal is on right now and it's not blinking or flashing. Oh, there we go. A little bit in the front. But, yeah, we got nothing in the rear here. You'll notice we also don't have any running lights for the taillights. And I'm kind of skeptical if we have brake lights or not. So I'm going to dig in and start diagnosing this. Well, I think we found the first culprit on the left side here. That is a totally blown bulb and not very healthy. And I got to be honest with you, I can't remember the last time I changed bulbs in this car. These bulbs may very well be 20 and 30 years old. So it's good that the right side's kind of working, but it's bad that the left, this one's all blown out. So we're going to change this one out as soon as I can get a chance to. And while we're here, let's see what this one looks like too. So this one, I don't know if you can see it, one of the filaments is blown, but the other one's still intact. So it should be, I have the signal on right now, it should be able to blink, but it doesn't. So I'm going to take these out and go to the parts store. Yeah, see the back one here? There's no filament across it. The front one is a filament. So this is no good. So while the car is warming up, I might as well show you what $40 in bulbs and fuses looks like from your local AutoZone. It's highway robbery, I swear. Each one of these little packets is $7. And unfortunately, you can't get all the fuses to this car in one packet. And I bought, there's 4 taillights, so there's 4 taillight bulbs plus an extra pack in case I have to replace them on the road. So yeah, $40 in fuses and bulbs alone. Unbelievable. So looking at the fuse box here, I think I found some culprits as to why we don't have certain lights. It looks like the stop and light is, the fuse is blown on the bottom, and the tail lamp fuse is missing completely. So I'm gonna have to put a new fuse in there. So it looks like the fuse was our issue, and I now have taillights. Awesome. I managed to get turn signals to work too. So you flip the turn signal for the right, and well, it's slow blinking, but it blinks. And then the left, well, that just comes on brighter. So the flasher doesn't seem to be working for that part of it. But otherwise, everything seems to be working now for lights. So if I get caught in the dark tomorrow, it's not the end of the world. So I'm gonna take this car for another ride. Oh, and by the way, I put the trim rings on the front. I don't have them for the rears on these wheels, but I think they look good on the front. So yeah, time to take the car for a ride. So here's another fun thing of the car healing itself. Well, let me see if I can turn this light off here for a second so you can see it. The gauge lights came on. So yeah, that's kind of nice. I didn't do anything to fix it. I just hit the dimmer switch a bunch of times and all of a sudden they popped on. So yeah. So I'm here with Austin. It is day 3 of me getting this car ready, and this is the road trip journey to Norwalk, Ohio. Yeah, it could be the side of the road journey. So we're getting ready to leave from Lucore. I am, of course, driving the GTO. He's driving the tan 70 back there. Is it tan or is it like oyster bisque, or what would you call that color?
Sandy.
Sandy. Sandy!
That's what I call her, Sandy. Especially given we just lost.
Oh yeah, Olivia didn't go. Yeah. So, dude, why do you always bring it down? So yeah, I hope the car makes it. I'm giving myself a 50-50 shot. Austin, you're giving me what, a 60-40 shot it doesn't?
No, No. I'm a perpetual optimist. I think you got a 90% chance it makes it there,
Yeah.
and at least a 40% chance it makes it back.
Fair point.
Depends on how much shenanigans happen between here and there.
Well, I'm hoping for zero shenanigans.
That car is ready for shenanigans. I put new oil in it. So.
Yeah, my car is ready for mozzarella sticks at TGI Fridays. No shenanigans.
And $1 ice creams at Norwalk.
Oh, damn it! I'm gonna get fat today. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, $1 ice cream in Norwalk.
All right, so let's get on the road. And here's the car. It is ready to go. The choke is set. I still haven't fixed it. I'm sorry. Wait, why am I apologizing to you? This is my car.
I don't have choke on that car. It's a quadrijet with no choke.
Yeah. All right. Well, as long as it starts.
Yeah.
This thing won't start without it. But yeah, let's Norwalk or bust. Probably bust. But I don't know. Maybe.
No tools. No toe straps.
I did throw a spare and a jack in the trunk.
Oh.
Which, given the holes in the side of the quarter panel, means we'll probably lose them somewhere on 71.
You're way more prepared than I am.
Well, to be fair, it is the 1977 tire as a spare.
Oh, good.
It's the one that holds air, though. So, all right, let's kick the tires, light the fires, and get on the road. All right, let's see if she starts. Oh, coming right to life. Of course, it's when it's on camera, it doesn't want to start. Sometimes starting this car feels like you're starting an old biplane. There we go. Let off and running. We are on the road. It's rocking and rolling and whatnot. Let's hope that this car makes it. It should make it. We'll see how it goes. But you know, it's gonna be a fun trip. So far, the fan seems to be working. The car's keeping nice and cool. We're taking 42 up just in case we run into issues instead of trying to do the highway. The car seems to be running really well. It's, you know, shifting okay and driving okay. And we're only about 15-20 minutes into the drive, so I doubt if anything was going to break that early. But that's a weird place. But yeah, Austin's just right ahead of me. We are cruising through some of the most beautiful Ohio countryside, and it's an August day, and it's actually kind of cool. It's in the 70s, so yeah, hopefully we're gonna make it. Well, of course we're gonna make it. I mean, come on, you're gonna make it, old girl. But yeah, I'm just having a ball. This is a fun little test of this car's durability. Stamina? I don't know. Something. So, bit of a status update. We're about halfway to Norwalk, and the car's running about 220 right now. I think the auxiliary fan stopped working. I don't want to pull over because we're moving, but more importantly, another issue has developed, and that is the transmission slipping in all three forward gears. I'm able to like hold speed, and if I need to accelerate, I can drop down to second and go forward. But pulling away, it's like flashing up at least, you know, 800 RPM before it catches and sends me forward. And then shifting, it's really slow and lazy. It feels like it's overfilled, but it's not. I'm wondering if the overheating has burnt up the fluid a little bit, or maybe there's some dirt in the cooler lines that are causing pressure issues. But either way, we seem to be moving okay. It is making weird noises, like kind of a rubbing noise. So it could be a balloon converter too. I mean, I know I haven't been good to this car, so it's maybe it's paying me back. I don't know. But we're halfway to Norwalk. We got about another 50 minutes drive, and yeah, fingers crossed that I make it. Because let me tell you, this is not. I'm on pins and needles about this car and its slipping trans right now. So yeah, fingers crossed. Just so you guys can see our sit rep, we're doing probably about 65, 70 on 42, and this is where she's just. I think the auxiliary fan has stopped working, but let me show you this real quick. So we're in third gear, and when I step on the pedal, it tacks up, but it does not go, and it makes all sorts of like rubbing and squealing noises. So I think this tranny is just about done, but one of the hopes is that we'll make it to Norwalk before it gives up the ghost completely. It seems to be holding okay. I can hold speed at about 2,500 RPM, which is good because it brings the cooling down. But yeah, I don't know what we're going to do about this other than, forward on. We're only about 30 minutes from the track, so it's basically a race against time at this point. Austin is so far ahead of me. I think he's kind of had it with me being the back marker in this trip. So anyway, I'll let you know when we get there. So we made it to the track, and not a moment too soon, because this thing is melting down and the tranny is on its way out. So I'm gonna park and figure this thing out, and hopefully we'll get to enjoy some Pontiac Nationals. But we made it. The car made it. It actually got here. So huzzah. So check this out. It is kind of crazy here. There are a lot of cars here. I was not expecting that. But it's cool. We got a dash plaque for the show. We are entered in. Wow, there are a lot of cars. It is something else. And I think they're going to come put us all the way at the end here. So let's do it. Red interior Trans Am. I have never seen anything like that. It is crazy. How you doing?
Good. You're no judge, right? Poncho Perfection?
No. I'm just with him.
Oh, you're with him?
Yeah. You think I would be judged? Look at this car.
You could open the engine and it could look like...
It doesn't.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah. Just follow him? Right. Thank you. How you doing? Oh, right here? To swing wide and come around by the trash can? Huh? Okay, thank you. So-
we leave, we'll have to get pictures with them all together.
Oh yeah. Look, they parked me near all the nice cars. Like
GTO.
that's
You're
true.
in the GTO room. I didn't get to park over here because I'm not technically a GTO.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yes, that is the Le Mans and other car line. This is the GTO.
Okay. But look, it's all the nice cars. So it made it barely.
Mine did fine.
Yeah, because
190 degrees, oil pressure's beautiful.
your car didn't sit for 16 years, and then you just throw it into the mess, you know.
Well,
And-
mine did sit for a long time. Then I threw $15,000.
Yeah, you rebuilt
It runs a
everything.
lot better now.
Yeah. So they didn't. They really put you over there because
Yes.
you're not a real G. That is some like sucky
okay.
stuff, you know. Should I open my hood?
Yes.
Because of
I
how
would,
like
I would at
trashy
least put
glorious
it like
is?
halfway up.
Yeah. Because everybody else has their hoods open.
Everybody.
I mean, look at this.
Much nicer.
Everybody else has like the nice. Well, there's one Pontiac wagon over there that's probably
Not nearly as
3/4.
ratty.
No, it is not nearly as ratty. But yeah, let me go walk around. So I just gotta show you this car real quick because this is kind of where I want to go with mine, but not nearly as nice. First of all, he's got tri-power and metal rock heads, but it's all painted up at the factory stuff. But look at these wheels, red lines and red fender liners, and a red interior. Oh, this car is just too cool.
Summit side, David Bates from Warwick, Rhode Island in the 67 Tempest. I'm at Bud side, that's David Bates. Orange peel. And lives in Batavia. Dry hop, Mickey is hot off a win at the 45th running of the Cornwall Pools Night Under Fire. Big win for the orange peel. That's a 63 Corvette, 502 cubic inch power engine with a power glide, 98-inch wheelbase with an 871 Magnus supercharger. So the orange peel. First pair of cars in the Scott Ross AAF portion of the show. These cars, short wheelbase, high center driving.
So here we are walking the staging lanes, so you guys can see. Sorry.
And after that, we're going to
Look at all these cars.
of our bracket races.
Unbelievable. I do not hate this in the slightest. Look at this thing. It's so awesome. Here, let me stand back. Obviously Pontiac powered. But man, what a cool car. So guys, I gotta show you something that's really cool. Yeah, twin turbos on a 505 cubic inch Pontiac in a 74 GTO. How insane is this? And it's a street car. I drive it on the street every day. Or not every day, but a lot. How insane. Well, here it is with the hood off. What'd you say this was? 505?
505.
That's ridiculous. And 85 millimeter turbos. And it's blow through carbureted?
Yep.
Holy cow.
Yeah, CNS.
Summit side now, Martin Billings.
That is insane. Look at how pretty this burgundy car is. Well, this may be plum mist, I'm not sure. But man, this is really nice. See, this is what a really nice GTO looks like. Not my gigantic pile. See, beautiful 68 GTO, gorgeous 66 GTO, beautiful 68 GTO, and then this pile. I can't believe they let me crash this party, because it is a giant pile. So I think we have a little bit of a culprit with respect to this tranny issue, because if you could smell this, oh, this is some burnt fluid right here. It is terrible. It's kind of brownish. It's not in good shape. So I think that might be what caused the tranny to get all cattywampus, is that too many burnouts, too many smoky burnouts, donuts, whatever. And I burnt up the fluid, and then I'm driving on it. So when we get back to the shop, I'm probably going to try and do a fluid flush on it. I really need to get one of those TH400 pans with a drain plug in it, because that would make this so much easier. It'd be like an oil change. But right now, I'm going to try and limp it back to Columbus as best I can and hope for the best. Man, that ATF really stinks. Oh, it's terrible. So yeah, cross fingers, hope for the best. So here we are at the end of the day at Pontiac Nationals, heading home to Columbus. Hopefully this tranny is going to hold out. It still feels like it's slipping a bit, but I'm moving under my own power, so I'm going to see how far I can. You know, until it can't anymore. And hopefully that doesn't happen until we get back to the shop. But yeah, you know, the car's getting a lot of thumbs up from people. People seem to really respond to the whole, you know, rusty patina thing. I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't personally like rusty cars, but you know, I mean, I like this car. I guess I do like rusty cars. I don't know what I'm talking about. I like old junk. And you know, last night I was picking rust out of my hair from being underneath this car, and everyone thought I was crazy. I was at a dinner party doing it. So yeah, I'm kind of I don't know. I guess I am into it. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just rambling. Yeah, so we're gonna head out, and fingers crossed we make it back, or you'll get good content. So good. We're taking the highway back. I seem to be able to hold 70 right now, but the car's still cold. The transmission's still cold. The temperature's running around 190 in the car, so that's good. You know, it seems to be doing okay. It is still slipping a little bit. It is making that noise, but I think there's a good shot that we will make it back. I don't know. We're going to find out in about a minute. So how that goes. So quick update, here's a little bit of fun. We caught a rainstorm in Mansfield, Ohio, and yes, the wipers work, but this is what they do. You know, I mean, it's better than nothing, but you know, it's not great. We just seem to be inching along, and we're doing all right. There's some other GTOs on the side over there. I don't know if you can see them. GTO Camaro. Actually, there's a lot of hot rods in town today. This must be somebody else's hot rod show. So yeah, we're just gonna keep trucking along. The tranny is limping along. It's still slipping, but it's moving under its own power. So we'll make it back to Columbus and hopefully not die or not get stranded in a rainstorm. But yeah, otherwise, doing good. Home sweet home. And yes, we made it. Made it! Woo! So we made it back to the shop. The car did its first round trip. About 100 miles up to Norwalk and back, about 2 hours each way. So a 4-hour round trip, road trip that revealed some interesting problems with the car. Couple of thoughts on it. Radiator's definitely not doing its job. The car is not cooling down. Harrison 4-core. So I do want to probably upgrade that at some point. I don't think the trans cooler is doing its job either, right? And I think the tranny is cooking the fluid pretty slowly, and that's why, you know, plus you add in the abuse that I have put on this transmission in the last couple of weeks, and it smells burnt and terrible and is not doing its job. So I'm going to try and do a flush on it, maybe do another filter. I'm definitely getting a trans pan with a drain plug in it because it needs that. But yeah, I have some newly revealed issues to figure out. But in the meantime, the car made it. It made it up there. It made it back. We had a great time at the Pontiac Nationals, someplace I've always wanted to go and never had the chance to until now. And yeah, hopefully you'll follow along on my video. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell for when you get new videos, and keep following along as I try to bring back this neglected, abandoned, you know, junky old GTO from my youth. As a friend of mine once said, the sins of my youth are now coming back to haunt me. So, good. Stay tuned, and I will see you next video.